From Radio Row here in downtown San Francisco, 49ers update, a good one. George Kittle says that he's going to be back in a shoe instead of the walking boot with his torn Achilles next week, and that he's going to be off of crutches in 2 to 3 weeks. Good to go. So this Achilles repair for George Kittle, as promised, is moving quickly. Mykel Williams posted a video of him doing some knee rehab. Remember that Mykel tore his ACL and also his lateral meniscus. He expects to be ready around the time of training camp, and it does look with the progress that he's posting that he is holding to that schedule, but we'll learn more as time progresses. And finally, the 49ers have added another assistant coach, and it is Jesse Sapolu's son, the great offensive lineman who won 4 Super Bowls with the 49ers. Roman Sapolu, his son, he's been with Hawaii, he's been with Fresno State. Shout out to the 559. He is joining the 49ers as their assistant offensive line coach. I texted Jesse my congratulations, and he said that he's very, very excited for his son to join the 49ers staff. I'm here at Radio Row. If you take a look back, Greg Papa that's Greg Papa facing away from us. I was just on KMBR. Here is the interview.
I feel like even the segments where I'm like, what are we doing? It's like, oh, David Lombardi's hanging out. Let's talk to David Lombardi. Come on, this is
Logan
awesome.
Ryan's going to come by in a little bit.
Nice. I love Logan Ryan.
Love Logan Ryan.
Lombardi himself, not in Nashville, and still in the grind of the NFL season. How's the week been for you, man?
It's been really interesting. It's awesome to see people recognize the positives of San Francisco. I think that's been really, really gratifying for me. Because a lot of what I try to do, I try to integrate, especially on YouTube, I try to integrate the city with my 49ers coverage, and the local businesses and the people and the sandwich shops. So that's been awesome to see. When Dave Portnoy went to Deli Board, which is one of my favorite places, and I had just done my video on them the day before that kind of took off, and to be able to see it hit a national and worldwide level. Yesterday I was driving down, or I was in a Waymo going up Van Ness after George Kittle's party, and Jerry Jones's bus was rolling down Van Ness.
Yeah.
I'd seen it at the Combine, but to see the big Dallas Cowboys star going out, maybe he went to the House of Prime Rib or somewhere. But
I'm going there tonight.
There you go. That's a hard reservation to get, especially during Super Bowl week,
I know people.
I don't think I've ever
Lombardi
asked you
himself
this.
got me in.
Are you a La Taqueria or El Farolito guy?
I'm a Taqueria Cancun guy.
Yes. Oh, that's a good one, too.
Yeah, I may have to swing by there today or tomorrow to give them their, a little content, because everybody's La Taqueria is the famous one,
right?
And El Farolito's the one that's open late when you're hammered.
Yes. By the way, one of like 3 places in the entire Mission that's open past 10 p.m. So it gets a lot of booming business.
COVID really hurt the hours of some of these taquerias.
Yeah.
They haven't bounced fully back from that yet, which is too bad. But.
The Lazy Bear in the Mission is where you want to hit. So good. We were there the other night.
Yeah, that's the fine dining. David
That's the
Barzilai's
fine dining
place,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pouring Lazy Bear, and the commissioner was there. So I know you just left a symposium with Jed York and the mayor of San Francisco. Just overall, and the weather has just been incredible. When this city has no wind, it is Paris. It is so beautiful. And you walk outside these doors, and, even in Vegas, when you walk outside the doors there, you got to walk for blocks to get to civilization, or, when they have the Super Bowl in L.A. next week. Just overall, and the media will set the tone. If the members of the media like a Super Bowl venue, they'll talk it up. Just what's been the perception of people covering Super Bowl 60 leading up to the actual game?
I think it's been hard for some people, being the ones staying in San Francisco, to get down to San Jose. I think that's been the biggest drawback, is just the distance. But the city itself, like you said, is sparkling. And for the people who have been adventurous enough to get out into the neighborhoods like North Beach and the Marina, I mean, downtown itself has cleaned up and I think is on the rise as well. But I think the neighborhoods of San Francisco are what make this city the city. There's 47 neighborhoods in 49 square miles, some of the best eateries, small businesses, diversity of food. That part is awesome, and I think that part is really getting to shine this week.
Which Super Bowl participant do you think would be a tough competition to swim in the bay with you?
Well, this is funny because last week, do you guys remember during Tony Vitello's press conference, the introductory press conference, as manager of the Giants, so I guess not a Super Bowl participant, but I ran into him at the Rise of the 49ers movie premiere.
Right.
And he said during his presser that he wanted to swim Alcatraz. So I I brought it up with him, and he seemed somewhat interested. That day I'd almost gotten caught up in a current that almost took me out to the Golden Gate. It was kind of harrowing that day. And I told him about it, and all of a sudden he kind of soured on the idea. He's like, "This sounds more dangerous than I want to go." But anyway, that's the closest non-swimmer celebrity kind of Bay Area personality that I've talked to about swimming in the Bay.
Speaking of Alcatraz, NBC's pregame show.
Yeah.
Parts of it is going to emanate from The Rock.
Really?
And Fred Warner is going to be on the broadcast. And not a surprise because he did a great job when they had him on December the 28th game on Sunday Night Football against the Bears. He kind of took over that segment with Rodney Harrison and Tony Dungy and Collinsworth's kid. But Kyle Shanahan is going to appear on NBC's pregame show, and I think with Fred and possibly from Alcatraz. What do we think? Sean McVay is the John Gruden of this generation, so glib, both coaching, talking the game, and talking on TV, telegenic. How do you think Kyle Shanahan is going to do as a broadcaster on the NBC pregame show on Sunday?
I saw that news. I didn't know they were going to be out on Alcatraz. Are they going to try to
Some
helicopter
elements
to the
are
game,
going to be from Alcatraz. I'm not sure Kyle will be there. I think Warner will be there. No matter where he is, he could be in cell block D or wherever. How do you think Kyle will handle being a broadcaster?
Let me put it this way. This is going to be my 10th season covering the 49ers, and by extension, my 10th season covering the NFL. So my first season was when Kyle was in his first season with the 49ers. And I learned, especially in those first few years, such a tremendous amount from Kyle's press conferences. I think that he has tightened things up over the years as the 49ers have become a bigger name, and he's just a veteran coach now, so he doesn't divulge as much as he used to, but he definitely is capable of being very, very informative. And I still will remember 2017 to 2019, those first 3 years, I really, really gleaned a lot from when Kyle talked about scheme. That was like my formative learning experience of NFL X's and O's, really, was those pressers. And that you get it out of him, Greg, when you do the NBC show on the game plan on Saturdays. That's for me, it's must watch. I feel like Kyle was like that even in the general pressers in the early years. So the point is, I think he's going to be good because I think he has it in him.
Well, he certainly can be the best. I mean, if he wants to diagram a play in full detail, and this is Clint Kubiak, who was on his staff.
Yep.
The Seattle offense is essentially his offense, Gary Kubiak's offense, his dad's offense, Bill Walsh's offense. So if he chooses to, he could take it to the next level. The question is, does he want to give up state secrets to the rest of the league? But now with the hiring of Clint in Vegas, which we think is going to come next week, Mike LaFleur, going to Arizona in the NFC West, how many people have worked for either Sean McVay or Kyle Shanahan or both that are currently head coaches in the NFL? Like 2/3 of the league now?
Well, so Steve Young, this was at the movie premiere, I was talking to him about it because he relates a lot to Sam Darnold. And Darnold came from a bad start to his career, kind of like Steve did with the Bucs, and then he came into the Bill Walsh family. And he says with the Darnold thing, when Darnold came to San Francisco in 2023, he realized he has to stay in the family for the rest of his career. And it used to be very difficult to stay in the family because there's only a few coaches big. Now Steve said that the family's like 27 or 28 teams big, right? So he went to Minnesota with O'Connell, Darnold did, and now he's with Kubiak in Seattle. So the family, kind of like the Bill Walsh family, proliferated across the entire league. Now it's the McVay-Shanahan family is taken over. Steve said there's somewhere between, I think, 15 and 25 teams that you could argue now are part of the family.
Well, thanks for letting us steal your time. I know this was an unexpected surprise, and we appreciate it. Go hit Taqueria Cancun. I got to get back there, too. That's a great spot.
19th and Mission. It's actually right around the corner from Lazy Bear. So
That's right.
So if Lazy Bear and it's very fine,
very different.
Meal, if it doesn't fill you up, you can always go up to
right
the
there
Taqueria Cancun.
Yeah.
Once Tony Vitello swims with you in the bay, I'll deliver it to him as his reward.
I think he's going to live in North Beach, by the way. So
he's got to. Tony V.
Yeah.
Italian manager's got to live in North Beach.
Yep.
Without a doubt.
Thanks, David.
All right,
Take
guys.
care, David.